Alrighty, hello everyone. Lettice here. Welcome. Thank you for joining, coming back again, and thank you for all of my love and supporters. Love you guys very much. Of course, I do just want to let it known that I do offer personal readings. So, personal readings where you ask specific questions that you want to know about. Dream readings if you like having reoccurring dreams, need to understand a dream, just dream deciphering things of that sort reading. Ancestral throw and card reading where you're getting a message straight from your ancestors, and then as well as mind, body, and soul reading. It'll really get into you in specific. Um, so yeah, check out the link in the description as well as the link in my bio. Also, somebody mentioned that they want us to meet outside of readings. I do also have a Twitch, so also check that out. I'll put that in the description below, and that's also in my bio. And then I also do live readings. They are donation led, but if you can't afford the other readings, I do offer live readings on my YouTube every Sunday. They're not as long, but you are able to, get what you can to kind of get a little bit more of a specified reading specifically for you. Okay? Blessings, Ashe. If you hear any loud noises, that is just the air kicking on and off. As you can see, I'm in a currently different location, but I still wanted to set the vibe and the energy. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so your girl can thrive and not survive. And yeah, I didn't really have a set question, thought, or feeling, but I did just want to come on here and see what spirit has. I do want to do like a charm throw, but I'm also going to do like three separate energies. So we're just going to do what spirit has for you, three separate energies. I'm going to pull out the big boy. If you know, you know. So let's go ahead and get started with this for you. And it will be three separate energies. So I'll put that in the link in the timestamps down below. Yes. We can get these cards here for you. First, I'm going to get the energies, and we'll go ahead and dive into them, of course. Sarah, what do you have for energy number one that you want them to know, hear, see, and understand? And this is, of course, timeless, so whenever you see it, you'll see it. Okay, we got one. Spirit, what do you have for pile two? That they need to see, hear, and understand. And then last but not least, what do you have for pile three, Spirit? What do they need to see, hear, and understand? I definitely do feel like pile two will be my spiritual path, but it doesn't really matter if you're spiritual or spiritual. What do you have for pile three? See, hear, and know, and understand. Ooh, one card, please. One card, please. Thank you so much. They really do not want to give me one card, which means they've been wanting to speak with you. They've been wanting to talk and converse with you for some time. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes I be getting a message too, like, hey, we've been trying to talk to you. You've been missing it. And it just not someone I'm looking out for, like an ancestor, a spirit, or a guide that I'm not really looking out for. So don't take it to heart. But we are going to go ahead and get started with pile number one. So again, pile one, pile two, pile three, choose your energy, and then we'll go from there, okay? So let's go ahead. Right there. It is 440 for pile one. Let's see what card was chosen for you by Spirit. We have the Four of Wands coming in here. Okay? So we got stability, putting faith and works into your relationships, that action behind it, what you're truly looking for, wanting to create, dive into. I'm hearing also digest. So a new way of thinking, a new way of, not the motorcycle coming in. Okay, Wand energy. You see me looking up here is also a mirror, so I can also look here. So new process, new thinking. Ashe. So this is letting me know again that you are looking to create a strong foundation, obviously. But again, it keeps saying digest, something you can consume. So this is also letting me know that you are possibly around energies where you possibly felt consumed, or you felt like you weren't able to find something, as Tim would say, give me your substance, like show me substance, show me something that will sustain this relationship. No 50 Cent, but if this is that, this is that, so it's something where it's like we see each other, um not what the outside sees, or not what they, it's like you're really like, what is the true foundation of this relationship? What is it built off of? How is it captivating our attention, our time, and our energy to want to stick around and be with each other, to indulge with each other, to get to know each other, to take care of each other, to be attentive with each other? And this doesn't just have to be relationships, it can be familiar, it can be platonic, it can be career. This is something where you're recognizing, I truly thank you, Spirit, allowing to shift and move and speak to me. This is something where you are allowing yourself to be essentially electrified by someone else's power while still being able to have and hold a resistance, not a resistance, sorry, and conducting for your own. So you're building something not just with your energy, yourself in mind, but with someone else's as well. And it's very like minded, even with their tips touching. It's reminding me of, what's that movie, Conehead? I love that movie. Every night, I love that movie so much. I don't know why I love that movie, but anytime I see that it's free on YouTube, I go and watch it. Um, but it is really that understanding in being able to, again, truly digest someone. People like, hey, if you can't digest me, choke. If you can't digest me, throw me out. But it's like, no, I can actually spend time around them, go to advice, be vulnerable, be open, be expressive. So you're recognizing that. And again, you guys started at, look at this number, 440. You started at that fourth house energy, creating a safe place, comfort, and home. Like when I was showing my friend, um, this the other day, I let us know much. I was like, gotta make, a little house at home, gotta do what you gotta do. She was like, yes, you are cozy. Like, you just cozy. Like, that's just what you are. Like, any space I'm around, I can make cozy. And it's not the first time I got told that by them or any people. Just like, you can change the dynamic of something with what you have by just adding yourself to it. And so, again, it's that energy of, once I add myself to it and they add themselves, we can create something that feels safe, that feels open, that feels expressive, that feels comforting, that feels acknowledged of who I am, and pushes me to be even more so of that, because they really like being around me that much. They really like my ideas that much. They really enjoy my time that much. They really, it goes past the title, especially if you think about family and things of that sort. It goes past title. Like, you're more than just the title of a mom. Like, you actually are mom. You're more than just the title of a brother or sister. You are, that brother and sister, that camaraderie, that energy of really connection and coming together. Again, making that house a home for you. So let's go ahead and pull out some further cards for this energy as well. I'm not feeling a charm throw, and I'm recognizing I have to go with when I'm feeling an actual charm throw. So, but we are going to get some extra cards for you on this relationship. What's really saying. And I'm hearing, like, if you truly want that, you continuously put that action into it. And not like, oh, I feel like, again, not that drained, suffocating, narrow-minded, restricted energy, but like putting in that work of, like I said, just putting this up. Like, it was work to do, but it was work that I enjoyed, work that I knew the long-term outcome from, work that I knew would create something powerful, in a sense. So let's go ahead and get into this. a lot of Cancer and energy. We literally got Queen of Cups, which is Cancer energy coming in here for you. Queen of Cups. Again, this fourth house energy is coming up so strong. You're really trying to not only build a safe place within yourself, but a safe place for others, and creating that dynamic, that shift, that mirroring energy of that. Because Queen of Cups is somebody that is compassionate, that is loving, that is open, that is essentially delicate, but they're also in charge. It's a queen. They still have some type of weight on their shoulders, essentially, where they have to lead, they have to put themselves in the forefront, they have to, set it up. But it reminds me of, um, just for example, how each president, when they're charged, their wife also has to take on something, you know? And it just brings me back to like Michelle Obama, where like she changes up the school lunches and adding more things into the curriculum for study sheets. And so it was about kids' education and health, you know? And while, he was doing, what he was doing, for the entire country, is like, yes, but this also is about the country. If we do not care about our kids, their education, or their health, and they're the future, then we don't care enough about the future. So it's pulling into that Queen of Cups energy. Like, yes, I'm doing something, and it is causing a change, even if you're not seeing as big as a scale as this person. It is going to be the long run scale. Again, this long term future. That's also why you're probably looking for something that's digestible, something that's consumable, you know? Now I'm hearing a lot of queen energy, feminine energy, receiving energy, relaxing energy, allowing things to come to you, but taking charge when needed and necessary, with emotional strength and authority, with concentration on what the root is. Because we literally got the Queen of Wands energy coming in here. That's Aries energy. That first house energy. Again, creating that safe space in your body to allow that to be what is now activated and shifting and moving you, and how you create your environment, not just for yourself, but for others, that you truly allow into your life to develop in that way. So a lot of feminine energy coming in here, whether you're man, woman, non-binary, transgender, all, it doesn't matter. Like, it's this feminine energy of like, yes, I'm worthy of these things. It's crazy because I was thinking today, just hilarious, while I was getting dressed, like adorning myself with the jewelry and stuff. I was like, people really need to stop coming to goddesses without an offering. And it's giving this energy like, people don't come to you without an offering, and not like a barter system, but like when you're having a conversation and also exchanging that listening ear for your listening ear. So again, it's really like pushing that force of a balanced energy, a lot of balanced energy coming into your life here. A lot of wands energy too. Okay. We have the Two of Wands, the Page of Cups, and then the High Priestess in the reverse. And with this High Priestess in the reverse, thank you, Spirit, is letting me know that you are getting out of your head, because it's right under the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about that confidence, that commanding respect while still being, a sensual being. Somebody that's very I say alluring and captivating. So with the High Priestess being in reverses is that Taurus, and a lot of like the younger energy, Aries, Cancer, Taurus. I wouldn't be surprised if you got Gemini in this bitch. So it's just really letting me know that you are in like the forefront, not the at the forefront of the foundation. Thank you. You are in the forefront of the foundation of creating something new and grand for self. Excuse me. Just a little bit of Vicks goes a long way. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Um so this High Priestess energy, this Two of Wands energy, this Page of Cups energy, just truly allowing yourself to be, especially with the Two of Wands being like you are building something again, you're in the forefront. And those Wands energies letting me know that you're putting action into it, thought into it, intention into it. Again, this long run. What is going to become of the long run of this relationship, of this cycle, of this change? With Page of Cups being in the middle, again, pages are typically younger energy, again, starting energy. And again, you can be older or younger. You know, the youngest audience that I have is 18. The oldest audience that I have is 65 plus. So again, doesn't matter what age you have. It's a recognition that it's this energy of really wanting to again nurture it, be intrigued by it, captivated by it. It's almost like researching your partner. You know, I saw a video the other day where it was this couple and they were like, you know, just going back and forth. Like, I know to bring migraine pills when we're going out. We're going to be out for a long time because somebody doesn't like to drink water. You know, talking about them. It's like, okay. And then the other person was like, I know when you come home, I just immediately shut off the TV because you can't focus on the conversation that I know that you want to have if the TV's on. So it was just them going back and forth of just them just showing how they intentionally care about each other in ways and they do certain things that maybe the person did or didn't notice. Now I'm seeing another one where a man is like taking a quiz on his wife that has already answered the questions. Um, and one of the things that they both were like acts of service. I love acts of service. And then she was asked like, you know, what's the first he was asked because they're showing us and then they're showing him, her, showing him and then they're showing her. Sorry. So him answering the question and then her answering the question initially to see if it matches up. So they ask him like, you know, acts of service, what's the biggest act of service? And he's talking about, you know, how he just helped her plan an event and was doing this and da 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 da. You know, like it was on a big scale. And she was, you know, answered her acts of service and she was like, what's the most one? She said, every morning I wake up with a glass of water by my bed. Like that, even it's just a small thing. So he was thinking like this and she was like this. And she even said he does so many things throughout the day that I don't even think he realizes that those are acts of service to me. So again, it's this energy with this high priestess in reverse, which is understanding higher, knowing higher knowledge, and being able to shift and move in that way. What you know, higher perspective and grounding energy is like with the Queen of Wands, you're confident about what you want, what you're creating, why you're doing it. Possibly because of past situations and things and where you're moving, but it is allowing that to be your effervescence of what you're planting. So if you are thinking about a romantic relationship or getting your relationship, like you just started one, or you're restarting a bond with your family, or just learning how to do it in a different way that also allows you to be you. If this is career where you're really thinking about putting yourself out there, even more so, just being even more vulnerable and open and expressive, just to share that so other people, it's going to be, again, I keep hearing long run, the long haul, the long run, the long haul for these things. So yeah, definitely allow that in. It's going to be very nourishing to both of you and healing as well. That went a little longer, but yeah, that has been your reading pile number one. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time, okay? Alrighty, pile number two, starting at 1822 here. Let's go ahead and flip over your card. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out here. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this is already letting me know that this is someone that has been um, working on sustaining themselves, creating a true life that they truly want, that they truly feel proud of, that they truly feel good with being associated with. I'm immediately seeing a eulogy, but like also the obituary as well. Not a eulogy, thank you. I'm seeing the obituary. Seeing the obituary where it's having your story, your life story, you know, where it's like this is what they did and this is how old and da 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 and their legacy and lineage. And it's like you're thinking, it sounds crazy. It's like almost like the Scorpio energy, which is funny because it's Sag energy as well, and Earth energy. It's this Capricorn and Taurus energy coming in here for you. It's this. Well, it's all the Earth signs essentially, but that's the ones I'm pulling it immediately. Thank you, Spirit. It's this, I'm thinking about my end as I'm currently living for my now. You know, it's like you're building for that eulogy. I'm seeing now like not Tetris but Jenga. where you're like adding the blocks consistently up, or like somebody building a house, but it's like you're building it for your end. It sounds crazy. I hope this is making, but it's like not it's a long term energy. I guess it's just a theme today. I might make that just the note of the video. What's the long term? Because this also feels like you're again thinking long term. Like what is the end? It's like I know it's gonna probably age me, but it's giving you alone. You only live once, but in a way that is strategic. That I only live once, but my name does not. My energy does not. What I have created on this world does not. It goes past me. It goes through me. And if I decide to have kids, it's going to go past it. So it goes, you're recognizing it goes past just, yeah, I only live once. Yeah, this body does. But my thoughts, what I cultivate, what I create. Think about how many things that we're using now, that we're utilizing now, that was created years ago for people that aren't even here, but we still remember them. We still recognize them. We still understand their legacy and what they created. So with this energy, it's you being able to boldly accepting and happily go out on your own to cultivate something that's like, this is bigger than me. Like I'm doing it for me, but I know this is going to be bigger than me because I'm not the only one out here. And so this not only is going to bring in, of course, financial abundance, but it's going to bring in like that etching on the wall energy, that standing temple energy, this long what do they say? Life is a marathon, not a race. It's a long term thing, but even marathons end. Whatever they say. But it's again, you're lasting that because this is again somebody that is independent, that is bold, that is courageous, that is able to go out on their own and know that they can stand on their own, and they're very influential and affluential. And being able to conceive something that is tangible, not only just for them, but for others to utilize, to accept, to heal, to work on. So it is really this thought in like plain sight, whatever you're doing is creating that. You know, it's understanding that. It's like remembering the candy label from your neighborhood, and now you like, what can I do for the kids? What can I, it's even that memory being passed along for you. It's like, yeah, I can start pushing that. I can start moving that forward, and just really allowing that. So it's you're thinking. Sounds crazy, but in eulogy terms, like, what is my eulogy going to say about me? Because this is what I wanted and needed to say. I'm hearing write a death letter, not a self-exit letter, a death letter. One that I like to, kind of check with myself. I got to know, what would it be said in my funeral about me? Like, this is where she grew up. This is what she experienced. This was her life. This is what she was able to do. This is what she wanted to do. This is how, what is my story? So it's almost like writing that death letter, so that way you can also, I'm hearing, get your goals in order, get your energy in order, get your focus in order, what you truly want to do, you know? And every now and again, sometimes I gotta write that for myself, like, okay, if I'm not here, what would it say? You know? And even for some of you that do have kids, like when you do that, what are you gonna leave to your children? Some people are like, no, I don't, write a will, this and that, you know. Let's say that is one thing my mom's very out, like have, life insurance and have a will, like, because that so many people, we think about even so many celebrities where it's like we're fighting, families fighting over property, people coming out of the woodwork, but if they had something written or tangible that they left behind past their own energy being here, it wouldn't be this difficult to just like no, yes, yes. So again, for some of you, it is about creating an actual will. Something was like, okay, they're gonna get this, they're gonna get my pictures, they're gonna get that. That's written in my mom's will. Like I get all her pictures, all of them. I get all her pictures. That's it. That's the moment. As far as I know, it hasn't changed. Even up to this day, we're not talking shoes up because I know that you'll keep it, you'll take care of it, you'll show it to other people. Like it'll be kept. So and see when things of that sort, where it's like even something that might not seem that significant, it is, because when her mom died, like she had to literally fight to get 1 to 2 pictures of her own mother because her mom's siblings, my great aunts and uncles and stuff, and other people were like trying to take it, and clothes and stuff that she doesn't have them because of the, she was like, if something was created where she's like, no, this, it makes it a lot easier in the long run. So I feel like that was a message for some, not for all, but everybody should take that into account as well, whether you have kids or not, what is being left behind and to whom, who's your successor, essentially, right? As soon as I said successor, we got King of Wands, Leo energy coming in here. Yeah, you're bold. Yes, we're in Leo energy whenever you're watching this, but currently we are. But you are bold. You are determined. You have like this vivacious strength energy about you, right? This King of Wands energy, they're able to take charge, but they're able to, again, the kids are willing to be around them. You know, like I know I can go to my dad not only just for companionship, fun, but also for emotional support. Like he's holding one kid's hand, he's carrying the other one in the back. So it's like I'm able to hold this. He does have like a little frown on his mouth because he's always ready, but like his smile is on his face. It's like this prepared action energy. It's giving masculine energy, authoritative, commanding, action, going after something, conquering something, defeating. This I'm over to overtake it, and it's that sense of you're able to do that, but you're bringing people behind you, bringing people up with you. Instead of just leaving the ladder down, you're building more ladders so that more. So it's again this sense of like, if I am in charge of this, and people are seeking that information from me, or I'm able to cultivate this just by being me and influencing it, what am I truly going to cultivate and create in the long run? What does my kingdom look like? What does this good energy feeling look like? Oh, I might have to turn that air on, baby. It is getting hot in here. Yes, yes. Okay. We got the Justice card coming out here. This is Libra energy, that balance energy, that unbiased energy. Um, Being able to speak with the truth, compassion, and love, and honesty, and being in harmony not only with what you want to see done, the outcome, but also what will work for other people as well. That fairness, that being able to look at both sides and see how they can meet in the middle. I'm immediately seeing the Solomon story, which is hilarious. So many stories are like this, but just I another one is Ogun as well. He has kind of the same sort of story. A lot of stories of people coming up to a king, essentially somebody that's in charge, saying, "This is my baby." Right? The story is two moms come up to the king. "This is my child." Both moms saying that. "No, this is my child. Look at the eyes, the nose." The other child person is saying, "No, look at the ears. How they laugh." And so the king goes, "Cut them in half. That way, both parents can get the child." Right? One mom goes, "Yes, great. I get at least a piece of my baby. The other mom goes, "No, let her have the full child, because that means the end of my child, the end of their life. And I'd rather have none of my child than to have my child not be here at all." And the king goes, "That's the real mom. That's the real mom. Because despite what I want, which is my child, I would rather my child be alive. I would rather my child be here, being able to live out their life, being able to create and cultivate that." So it's again this justice energy, this King of Wands having a high head on your shoulders, that authority energy, that leader energy. You could be somebody that is in a place of command. You could be the matriarchy or the patriarchy of your family. Or then I don't know what the non-binary term for that would be. But you could be just the leader, somebody in charge of your family. You could be a manager, supervisor, CEO, a partner. You could be, you have people under you. You could just, I don't even want to just say just, because watching kids, oh my God, pull my hair out. You could be a mother, you could be a father, you could be a parental guardian, somebody that has to take charge. So it's like, I want to look at it in a way that's funny. The siren is coming while we're looking at the justice. So again, this in a way that is healing, that is open, that is allowing them to still be them while still choosing the right path, choosing something that is, again, long term and set up for that. Now, with the Chariot coming in here, which is Cancer energy, and the Seven of Cups coming in here, this is letting me know that you're really okay again with taking things out of the norm. Like I said, with you guys, it's like instead of writing a future love letter, you write a future death letter. You know, it's like you flip things on their head because you're okay with doing something. I'm hearing it's provocative. It gets people going. I have no idea where that's from still. Like I can see it, but I can't see it. But it's like that energy where it's like, okay, that's a way to do it, but it works. It works. It fixes it. It's taken care of. It's done. It works. So you're okay with going into the spots where people maybe are afraid of, maybe aren't sure of. Should I go with the unknown, the venturing off into that? And with that being under the King of Wands, is you leading it with this courageous energy, this powerful action led energy. I'm the emanation of that light. That if I'm seeing like Minecraft where they're like going down in the tunnel and then they have to put torches up there. It's like that energy. Like I'm okay with going. I might hit some lava, I might hit a spider, I might, actually find some diamonds, but I'm okay with going into a place because at least with especially with the Seven of Cups being right under the Nine of Pentacles, it's like that leads me to abundance. That leads me to prosperity. That leads me to being able to be financially, mentally stable, that leads me to have prosperity, abundance, and opportunities. Opening up Ashe because I'm not doing it like anybody else. Oh my God, why am I hearing doing it like a show V Day? What the hell is going on? I don't know why I'm hearing that. But it's that energy of really being able to take it in. Of like, I always like to point out, like, it's the shadow self that's creating. Like the actual, front self, the sun self, I guess we'll call it for now, is staring at the cups. With the shadow self, the internals was creating something different, something new, something vibrant. Because it's like, okay, this is what I see, but what is it? What is it really telling me? What am I really seeing? What can I really get from this? Right? And that leads to the star energy. And yes, it is in reverse. Don't be scared. It's right under the justice system. You don't, I'm hearing, you don't give people false hope. You don't give people lies. You don't give people false energy. You tell it how it is, but you also listen. You leave open that space for people to have hope in humanity. You're one of those people like, I'm seeing that one commercial where the person like passes on a gift or like something nice and that person passes on. It's like you are the initial start of that. You allow people to see, okay, there are good people in the world. There is a reason to have faith. There is a reason to have hope. There is a reason to do this. There is a reason that there's possibly a better outcome to life, especially with it being under the justice card. Again, that balance of things. They're able to see, okay, everything ain't all shit. Sometimes it is shits and giggles. Kind of that energy. So you're definitely taking that into the forefront of your life and allowing that. So create those wills, continue to invest in your dreams and your life. Lead with that authority, lead with that strength and that openness and that progression to create something that is unknown, because that is where it's leading you. That is where it's leading you, is to that abundance, to that prosperity, to that ritual of determination to continuously be you and allow others to do the same. Okay? So that has been your reading, pile number 2. And like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Alrighty, pile number 3, last but not least, at 33:45. Okay. The other ones got to run long, so my viewers might too. We'll see. Let's go ahead and flip over your card and see what energy we have for you. Okay. Okay. We have the Two of Cups coming in here. Two of Cups. And I love that the way they describe this card is death and midnight meet at 12. Essentially, to share a glass of wine and indulging with each other. Right? And Two of Cups is about this balance of emotional capabilities, availabilities, but also the capabilities of what you're able to experience, pleasure, indulge in, and be prone and open to. Again, if it's loud, it's the air. It's in here. So really allowing that to I'm hearing like be interested in core, especially with me like staring at her hand on her stomach, like being at your center and at your core, going with your intuition, going with your gut, going with that mode. And this is a little bit different than pile one because this is it's like you're meeting with the pleasure of life, with adventure, with excitement. Not necessarily like pile number one. It was like kind of that energy with emotions and people and relationship. This is giving like excitement for traveling, excitement for a new career, excitement for a new family, a family member, like it's excitement for things of that sort, like life itself, pleasure itself, possibilities, and how you're able to live and experience them yourself. How do you face challenges? How do you face blessings? Like all that. It's like it's meeting with life and truly seeing what it has for you, based on what you want, what you feel like you deserve and desire, based on the action that you put in, based on all that. So it's again this meeting, and even with this, it's like a little bit of wine gets spilled on the floor, right? But it doesn't stop them from indulging in the conversation, indulging with each other. So again, even with the ebbs and flow in life, the hiccups, the delays, the setbacks, it's like our cups are still so full, still so plentiful. We're still so intertwined with each other that we don't even notice it. We don't even recognize it. We don't even like it doesn't, and not saying that you don't go through moments where you're just like, I don't know if I can do this, or trouble with faith or fear, but it's like in the end you recognize how blessed you are and what you currently have, what you're able to do, but also the blessings that can come in. It's like, okay, if I'm thinking about the past and the things that I had, it's like, why can I not experience that again if I still got breath and life in my body? If I still got energy in my soul, if I still got dreams I want to accomplish, So it's really taking that in and recognizing that for yourself and the abundance of pleasure that is open to you. And I feel like this also has to do with a little bit of your heart chakra as well, of like really accepting the openness of what you deserve to have, that feeling of love. I love my life. I love doing this. I love experiencing this. I love that I was able to overcome this. I love that I was able to reach this. I love that this is able to happen. Yeah. So a lot of good things are coming into your life as well. If you've been struggling, as soon as I said that, the Ace of Swords popped out. Y'all seen that? You've been going through a lot of struggles. Is letting me know that this is you're going into a moment of easement, a lift off, a lift up. So if you've been feeling like you were struggling with just enjoying life, even if you're like somebody gives you something. I remember I've been in a lot of situations where I'm like I go on vacation, whether I pay for myself or something, or I'm at an experience and I'm not happy. I'm not enjoying it. And it's like, huh. But I also in an experiences, concerts, vacations, so like everything. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want this to end. And it's a recognition that okay, it's me. I have to recognize what I truly want and deserve and be accepting of those things, but also balancing my emotions in those moments. It's like when you recognize I don't need to rush every morning to get my day started and going. I can take things slower and things still get done and make sure look at life a lot differently. I don't have to uh, photograph this moment and video it because it might not never happen again. Now I'm putting it out there. You know, I get like a big lump sum of money from something working out, and it's just like, okay, I need to hold on to this because it might not never happen again. It's changing your mindset of like, if this can happen, imagine what can happen in that. And imagining it's like expanding your pleasure, your abundance, your opportunities. It's like, okay, if there's opportunities for bad, there has to be opportunities for good. You know? It's like people say, you can't manifest when you're sad and depressed. Yes, you can. Some people even manifest even more sadness and depression because they feel like they cannot manifest, because they feel like they cannot get out of a situation, because they feel stuck. And so this is like, yes, your emotions are valid. Your emotions are real. Your emotions are there, but greet them. Don't allow them to beat you up. Don't dismiss them. Don't try to more greet them. Get to know them. So that way you can start operating in a sense that's like, shit, I'm pissed off. I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be motherfucking pissed off. Sometimes you have to be pissed off. That is also leaving space for that energy. that is truly dealing with the emotions. You know, sometimes you can be like, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you gotta go 1, 2. You know, you have to switch up that mode. And sometimes people are happy and they don't smile. Doesn't take away from the joy that they're experiencing. So really, life is saying, how are you experiencing us and meaning? Mm. Yeah, if you've been going through something, feeling like, "Ugh, this is it, this is it, I don't know how it's gonna work out, what's gonna happen," uh, this is letting you know that there's a breakthrough coming. And sometimes it does really have to start with the mind. You know, this is somebody that deals with, and is working on healing, chronic paranoid depression, anxiety, uh, you know, and many other things. So I recognize that. And even with me, sometimes when I'm angry or pissed, I'll like read an affirmation. Like recently, I was just pissed at something. I don't even remember what it was, which is hilarious. I was just pissed at something. And I read an affirmation that was like, I'm filled with love, light, and positivity, right? That's what it said. And I was like, I'm filled with love, light, and positivity, and rage. And y'all can hear about all of it. And it made me feel more at peace than if I would have just read. I was like, shit, I am feeling motherfucking rage. That is a fucking okay. That is, ooh, that made me feel so good to be like, I'm really fucking angry. And it doesn't even have to be anger. It can be sad. It can be upset. Because it allows you to know that that is also an abundance of life, to feel those range of emotions. Some people can't. Some people literally, mentally, physically, emotionally cannot feel those emotions and like, shut up. Is this the moment I'm supposed to be feeling that? Is it? So find that as a blessing as well. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those people, whether you're sociopaths, autistic, neurodivergent, because I fit in a category, okay, or two, for some things where I'm just like, oh shit, right? Because imagine somebody that's also overly empathetic, overly, it's like, you're getting way too invested. Like, you a lot more invested than I am. Chill out, chill out. So again, it's really coming into the scope of my emotions are a part of life, and life is going to happen, and my emotions shouldn't be affected, but they can help me redirect and navigate it. Right. So we have the Six of Wands coming out here with the King of Cups, the Scorpio energy, the rebirth and the death energy, but also the King of Cups, and somebody that is understanding, somebody that is passionate, somebody that is open to changes, somebody that is open to understanding and redirecting emotions into something that is more beautiful and utilizing that. But also with the Six of Wands, does that mean that you have been trying to, I don't even want to say trying, because I feel like you guys have been doing. And you feel like I'm trying, I'm trying. When you're doing, there is no more trying. You're doing now. Whether you fail, succeed, hiccup, all this, that's still doing. You're not trying. You're doing, baby. You got this. So the Six of Wands with the King of Cups is letting me know that it is now coming into your life. It is like, not now, but it's like this blessing, this alleviation again, this ease is coming in because you have to change emotionally. How you sat with your emotions, how you greeted your emotions, how you dealt with your emotions and your feelings, not only about life, but yourself. Like I said, in those moments, it was me, still, in all ways. But since I was trying to ignore my emotions, I'm going to push past, I should be happy, I should be, instead of saying, I am not, this is what I am. It would have allowed me to process things a lot better, allowed me to see how I reacted or acted with things a lot better, allowed me to change my perspective versus me trying to lie about what I'm truly prospectively seeing. And so I feel like with this change in yourself and who you are, it is allowing a new devotion to life, a new energy for life, right? We got the Page of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles coming in new reverse. And the Page of Wands is somebody that's very creative. Again, like, they see, it's like somebody that first made the rubber band ball. They see a ball of paper, crumpled it up, started wrapping rubber bands around it. Where somebody was like, this is all over the place. I don't want my rubber bands here. It's hard to get out. Whatever it is, This is recognition like, okay, let's make a rubber band ball. I don't know why I'm thinking of a rubber band ball, but I'm also like seeing now it's stretching. So being a lot more malleable and things of that sort and stretchable. But just let me know that there are your abundance and funds, prosperity, and things that comes from those creative ideas that you have comes from that. That ain't gonna work. Oh, somebody already did it, or I don't have enough time or resources, or no. If you keep being bothered and pestered, or even if it just comes up one time, like that is where it's leading you. I'm also hearing this is about solutions where you're like, I don't know if I can do that. Like that's a solution. You when asking for solutions to problems, like I don't know. No, that's not what I want. I'm really focused on this. I gotta manifest this. I gotta manifest this instead of saying, okay, not saying you can't have what you manifest, but sometimes you're so focused on one thing that you don't realize that what's happening is redirecting you to what you have been truly wanting. And sometimes like holding on to something is just you holding on to how it's making you feel to let it go, to release. So with these creative ideas, the solutions, the ingenuity, the spark of action to truly create that is where it also leads to your abundance and growth in finances. Because you're going to be blessed, but at least that growth in finances, growth in abundance, growth in creativity, right? Now with the Ace of Swords coming out, it is coming out right under the Two of Cups here for you. Oh, this card is flying all over the place. All over the place with the Ace of Swords coming out. Ace of Swords is about that. Obviously, aces are starts, beginnings. What it's about is superior inner strength and self, intuition, and guidance, and the universe, God, Bhakti, whomsoever you put your faith and energy into. So this is about having that strength, that determination, that vitality for life, that growth and that depth in life that allows you to truly slash through things that don't work, you know? And I always love to point out that something as delicate as earth is around to be something as sharp as a sword, but they work in harmony. And it's almost like they're literally connected with her crown, right? The I know energy. I know I have this. I know this will all work out. I know this won't be the only result of my life. I know this isn't the I know energy. And I'm going to keep pushing forward and moving. And sometimes people feel like pushing forward and moving is literally, again, ignoring, dismissing emotions, trying to bypass it, change it. No, sometimes pushing forward is, again, like, shit, this is what I'm feeling. So that way you don't operate off of that feeling. So that way you can be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. But what's the reality to bring me into why I'm feeling this way? So that way we can get somewhere. I'm acknowledging it. I'm seeing it. How is it affecting me? So there's a new start and beginning, because what's hilarious is you got the Judgment card with the Nine of Swords coming out. Like I said, this is something that's been bothering you. With the Judgment card being right on top of it, it's a reawakening. Again, a new restart, a new beginning. Spirit is giving you a new start. You've been feeling anxiety, worry, stress, can't sleep, how's it going to end? How is it this and that? The Judgment card is saying you're being revitalized, reopened. Things are happening for you. And so as soon as you wake up from feeling dead to life, which is later you got the Death and the Midnight card, dead to life, dead to energy, dead to the possibilities, because you're only thinking, with how things look, walking by sight and not by faith, walking by feeling and not by truth. It's acknowledging that. So yeah, this Judgment card is coming out. You're getting a rebirth. We got the Two of Pentacles coming out here for you. I feel like you guys are honestly a spiritual deck. I thought it was going to be number 2. I even said in the beginning, but you guys are giving more of the spiritual energy in deck. Not even just because of the Two of Pentacles, but even with the Midnight and the Death and the Six of Wands and the Judgment. Like, it's a reawakening of your soul and your spirit coming in here. You're balancing now. With this new harmony, you're going to be like, okay, I don't want to be in that position again. How do I don't, or if those emotions come up again, how can I now face it? What new solutions with the Page of Wands can I do? What new obstacles can I change? What hurdles can I jump over? And with this being upright, it's letting me know that you're not the only one working on the balance for this. You're not the only one that's helping you. You're not alone. They're right there with you. Like I said, you guys are meeting. So you could be waking up at odd hours as well, getting messages. Again, those ideas, those solutions are coming in. So for you, this definitely feels like a breakthrough is happening. Emotionally, financially, mentally, just a breakthrough is happening. Spirit is coming there, changing things, cleansing it up, and allowing yourself to feel retribution. You should also listen to that reading as well, and the retribution reading, because that definitely feels like you're stepping into that enlightenment as well. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, that has been your reading pile number 3. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, my baby.